What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look at some of the latest rumors around the Buffalo Sabres. We're starting to get some rumors out around Buffalo's hockey insiders reporting the Buffalo Sabres are starting to make their way around the league and maybe looking around the league, just testing the waters about who may be available for this year's trade deadline. John Gibson from the Anaheim Ducks? Maybe. We'll be taking a look at that in this video. If you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And let's get right into the Buffalo Sabres. So, the Buffalo Sabres, we got some juicy details coming out of the Buffalo Sabres organization. Insider Chad Dedominicius reported on Taylor Hall. He said there's about a 60-40 chance Taylor Hall stays in Buffalo. Extension would likely be below $8 million per year for a 3 to 4 year deal. Is Buffalo really about to do this? They're not actually going to do this, are they? This isn't real, right? The guy has 2 goals this season, and they're going to give him less than $8 million. God, I hope it's less than $8 million. 7 or 6 might still be a lot for Taylor Hall. Come on, Buffalo. That's the first one. Now we're going to get into some actual trade stuff. This is where it gets a little bit more juicy. So, same guy, Chad Dedominicius, said the Buffalo Sabres inquired on defenseman Alex Goligoski on John Merrill as potential rental options. Why are the Buffalo Sabres looking at rentals right now? You're serious, right? We're like a month away from the trade deadline, and this team is like bottom 3 in the NHL, and they're looking to acquire rental players. What's going on, Buffalo? Kevyn Adams, wake up. Your team isn't making the playoffs. And from the same insider, we're also hearing links to the Montreal Canadiens. The Buffalo Sabres have called the Montreal Canadiens in regards to defensemen Brett Kulak and Victor Mete. Now, I like those guys a little bit better. They're younger, and they could be more than a 1-year deal. And I think that's something that Montreal would be willing to do. Victor Mete might come in pretty cheap right now. Maybe a second and a third for Victor Mete right now. That makes more sense. And now the big one. Same guy, insider. The Buffalo Sabres have inquired on Ducks goaltender John Gibson multiple times. If he is available this offseason, expect the Buffalo Sabres to be involved. Now, this is the one I want to talk about. And the reason I want to talk about this one is because humble brag, I talked about this. If you go to my mock trades for the Buffalo Sabres for Jack Eichel about a week ago, not even. Yeah, it was like a couple days ago. I talked about maybe John Gibson could draw some interest for the Buffalo Sabres. Now, the rumors back in the day were that Pittsburgh were interested in John Gibson, and now that we've seen the goaltending kind of solidify itself and stabilize in Pittsburgh, maybe another team in the Northeast would be interested in bringing him closer to home in Pittsburgh. Buffalo, again, it's still far away from Pittsburgh, but it's a hell of a lot closer than Orange County, California. So we may be able to see a fit there, and I think what we're seeing is, you look at John Gibson. I'm trying to find him here. So according to Cap Friendly, Anaheim has $4.3 million of cap space going into the summer. They're also going to have a little bit of cap space as well. So Jamie Drysdale is now on the taxi squad. Wow. So congrats to Jamie Drysdale. Yeah, John Gibson has another 7 years at $6.4 million per season. He signed that contract back August of 2018 to extend with the Ducks. He's 27 years old. He's still a fairly young goaltender. And a team like Buffalo, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest that Buffalo would be in on John Gibson. This is a team that if even if they trade Jack Eichel, they're going to look for guys that can immediately step in for the Sabres. And John Gibson would do that, in between the pipes for the Buffalo Sabres. You look at so far this season, he's won 5 of his 19 games this year, which not great, but you look at his stats, considering he's on, let's be honest, probably the worst team in the league right now in Anaheim, he still has a 2.78 goals against average, which isn't great, but again, that's a team stat, and again, that's not terrible for the Ducks. His save percentage, though, is still above 900, a 903 save percentage right now. He has a career 917 save percentage. He's won over 140 games in the NHL, over 300 games, so he has experience. He's got the swagger. He's a good goaltender. I really think Buffalo would be a good fit for John Gibson. Now, if it's not Jack Eichel in this trade, what if John Gibson is the main piece in this trade? They keep Jack Eichel. They trade for John Gibson. What goes the other way? And there's a couple assets you could throw in there. What would the Buffalo Sabres want? What would the Anaheim Ducks want? I'm saying offense. Offense. Did I mention that the Ducks need some offense? The Ducks would need a forward back from Buffalo. Now the question is, who would that be? This is going to kill Buffalo Sabres fans because they need forward power as well. I hate to tell you this, if I'm a Ducks fan, I'm starting with Victor Olofsson and your first round pick. And we could work out the details from there. Would the Buffalo Sabres say yes to that? I don't know. But if I'm the Ducks, if I'm Bob Murray, I'm saying, listen, you're giving me your best forward. Come here, Victor Olofsson. Come here, buddy. You're going to come over here with that first round pick, which may or may not be lottery protected. And if it's not lottery protected, you got to throw in a second or a third as well, because you are taking our number one guy, and he is our most valuable asset, and he is the reason we have won even as many games as we have. So, hey, you want John Gibson, and he's a good goaltender. He's just stepping into the prime of his NHL career. Yeah, you can have him and his really nice $6.4 million contract for the next half decade. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, though. Victor Olofsson and a first-round pick as a starting package. And maybe even another draft pick, depending on if that's a lottery-protected pick or not. So, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of the possibility of John Gibson potentially going to the Buffalo Sabres? I think it's interesting that Buffalo's looking at the defensive market. Obviously, now we've seen Brandon Montour and Jake McCabe go down with injuries. It seems like Buffalo wants to, or is it Colin Miller? I think it's Colin Miller and Brandon Montour. So let me know down below, what do you think the Buffalo Sabres can make for a John Gibson trade? Do you think Olofsson and a first is a fair starting package just to start it off, or not? Let me know down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.